Here we are again, sports fans. We are down at Snapdragon Stadium for another exciting San Diego Section Invitational. Today on the docket, we have San Diego River Invitational. What you are seeing right now is the Girls Division 1 start. It is a 3-mile course that is looped around a very lovely park area that was just created for Snapdragon Stadium. Snapdragon Stadium is the home of the San Diego State Aztec football soccer team. San Diego Wave also use it as their home stadium, and San Diego FC also use that stadium for home games as well. But for this Saturday morning, we have some high school cross country for you today. Now, in the Division One race, we have some heavy hitters here for the San Diego section. We're looking to see how they are doing and how they are racing on this flat and fast course. Right now, this group of young ladies is going around the IKEA loop, and if you notice, there is a second line there as well, and that's just because recently the collegians were doing their invitational here a couple weeks ago. They have a couple lines still here, so it is coned off for the high school race, though. Some of the heavy hitters that we have today for you, we have Cathedral Catholic's Grace, Isabella Ramos from Point Loma, and Ari Lawrence, I hope I'm saying that right, from Francis Parker here today. Point Loma is one of San Diego's best girls team in the section, and they're looking to make another statement to make sure that is true. We also have multiple teams from the San Diego section here, such as Patrick Henry, Grossmont, Otay Ranch, Steel Canyon, Helix, El Cap, Granite Hills, Mira Mesa, Liberty Charter, West Hills, High Tech High San Diego. As I mentioned already, we have Cathedral Catholic and Point Loma, and making a small trip for the Division One race, Chaparral is here. Now, right now, our drone in the sky is just getting about like this first kilometer, so we are going to skip ahead in the race very shortly here. As you can see from this lovely inflatable, that actually is the 2-mile marker. Obviously, they have just started the race, so they're nowhere near 2 miles just yet. It is a 1.5 mile course. And here we are in the hot corner. They'll be coming through this area multiple times, and as you can see, there's our leaders. Grace Brophy from University City is in that top 4, followed by Point Loma's 1 and 2, along with Cathedral Catholic. And here comes the rest of the crowd here. That is a big, strong pack. They're moving very nicely through. I believe Cathedral Catholic already has their 5 pass. There's High Tech Highs as well. I believe this race is going to be a 3-team battle between Cathedral Catholic, High Tech High, as well as Point Loma. So here's the group. They're going to be going to the furthest loop of this course, which does contain the mile marker, and we'll be panning over there shortly, so that way you can see how far they have to go. We are back at our mile camera right now. Those were our leaders, Ramos Ari, Grace. That was the top three. Here's Point Loma's. They have four basically running together. And with their fifth leading the race right now, they look like they are going to be the team that is winning right now. There are no other timing mats around, not even at the mile or 2 miles, so we kind of have to do the math in our head and visually. And right now, from what I'm seeing, Point Loma should be ahead by a lot. I did see a handful of High Tech High runners as well. High Tech High last year had a team mostly comprised of ninth graders, and they were able to qualify to the state meet in California with just ninth graders. They are in the Division 4 here in San Diego section, so that's a pretty astonishing feat by them, and they're looking to duplicate that now with a year of experience under their belt. But right now is Isabella Ramos that is leading Ari from Francis Parker. That is Grace following behind. I believe that is Point Loma. It's number 2 right there, followed closely by, you guessed it, more Point Loma and some Cathedral Catholic runners as well. Right now, though, we are taking inventory of all the other runners that are in this race right now. There's some Patrick Henry runners that are pretty far up into this, and we're switching back to the hot corner. Ramos has a step on Ari, but it is a 1-2 battle right now. And here is Point Loma's number 2. Grace has fallen back to 4th place right now. It looks like Miss Sellerberg from Cathedral Catholics, that is their number 1. Grace from Cathedral Catholic is there in the mix. A Patrick Henry runner. Francis Parker's number 2. Grossmont's first. They are the host team or co-host team. That was, I believe, Jane right there. And here comes the rest of the field right now. Behind this camera, though, the runners are going to a very small trail underneath the trolley station that they have to maneuver through. It is very narrow. It is very tight quarters. So this pack that is coming through here right now, the group, the mass of this race, it's going to have to maneuver that as safely as possible. Hopefully they do it, but it does help with the race dynamics. They're trying to get through that area as fast as possible, which should be interesting for them. We're going to eventually get through this little area, or what I am going to refer to as the hot corner, as we have 2 cameras placed on the outgoing as well as ingoing racers. And then we're going to switch back to what is going to be dubbed as the IKEA loop, and you'll know why soon. As you can see right now, we are approaching the IKEA loop for the second and last time for this race. And as you can see from the corner right there, there is IKEA, thus properly named as the IKEA loop. And here we have our leaders. Ari from Francis Parker, Isabella from Point Loma. They have put the pedal to the metal. They have made their move. They have separated themselves from the rest of this race, as you can tell from the double box that is going on right now. They have a substantial lead right now. Like I said, there are no timing mats. From my sources down out on the field, I believe it's at least 20 seconds that they have on the rest of the field. Maybe by the end of this race they will have a little bit more, but it looks like Ari now has moved to the lead. She does have a step on Isabella. They are approaching what will be the top of the IKEA loop. This little grass field that you see right now is like about 400 meters around, and the only reason why I know that is because if you check your Strava segments, this is a segment there. So You can fact check me if you want, but it is on Strava, and as everyone knows, if it's not on Strava, it does not exist. So uh, hopefully these runners are doing their part to close this gap because this is substantial. Our eye in the sky, our drone, is not even zoomed in right now. And as you can see, there is no one close to them right now. There is someone. Finally, we have our third place runner right there. But as they go back into the frame to take a look at the leaders, Ari has now made her move. She has now more than a step. She is in first place. She is driving the train now. Can Isabella respond to the move? Or is this move for the race, for the win? As we approach the mile marker now, or the second mile marker, I should say, here's some of the field to our left. They're going through the top of that Akila loop, but our leaders are making their way to their 2 mile mark right now. Our eye in the sky is following them, thankfully, to make sure if anything happens with them, we will know. We will jump ahead once again. We are going to go to the hot corner, so the race will jump forward as we are trying to track our leaders now to see if there's any change through the dirt area that is about to be seen. There is that dirt path right there. That is what they are going to. It is wide. It does seem and appear to be a little bit sandier than the trail that's underneath the trolley station. As you can see right there, there's a trolley station. So they do go underneath that. There is a trail there that takes them around it, so they do not run on sidewalk there. So it's mostly grass, mostly this dirt sand area, and we are about to go to our hot corner camera number 1. It is going to jump ahead, and here we go. And yes, the move has been made. It is substantial now. There is more of a break in between. Ari is still leading. We jump again once more. We want to get eyes on third. Point Loma is running basically 2, 3, 4, 5. Cathedral Catholic's number 1 is right there. University City's number 1 is right there. Here is Cathedral Catholic's number 2. Hopefully the rest of their team is close behind, so that way they can close this gap. We double box it once more. Ari is moving to the furthest loop of this course. Here is Cathedral Catholic's 3-4, I believe. There's Grossmont's number 1 right now. And yeah, it looks pretty deceiving right now on terms of what is going on with this. But right now, it looks like it's Point Loma's to lose. As our camera pans over, we're going to see our lead bike coming back through the course. That means our leaders have already made up this ground, made the loop done. That's Ari from Francis Parker. She has made a substantial lead grow. Isabella Ramos from Point Loma is in second, trying to chase her down, trying to close this gap even more. But I believe we'll see shortly the rest of the Point Loma gang. But at this time, we're going to move to hot camera number 2, so that way we can really look at this lead right now. Ari from Francis Parker has made the move earlier in the IKEA loop, and it has paid dividends. Isabella is trying her best to close this gap, but I believe the move was made for this race in the IKEA loop. We are going to look and jump ahead to our third. The fight for third is on. There's about 4, 5 girls right there, probably within 3 seconds of each other. This could change the course greatly, or the score greatly, but at the end of the day, that looked like it was Point Loma basically had 1, 2, 3, 4 already within the top 10. Eventually, we're going to cut away to the finish line here, but from what it looks like right now, from just the eye test, Point Loma is running away with this. They have 4 basically in the top 10. Their 5th runner looks to be in the top 20, more or less. And while High Tech High's coach, I believe, right there, is motivating his athletes to pick up the pace, I believe it's not going to be enough to beat Point Loma or Cathedral Catholic, as both of those schools have their numbers 5, potentially even 6 runner, maybe even 7th if I was able to see all that correctly through and before High Tech High's number 5. And let's cut away to the finish line. Wow, this is a finish line. Very short shoot here. There is some, as you can tell, spectators that are just trying to get a glimpse of who finishes, when do they finish. There is Ari coming through, and finally she goes through a timing mat. The time is unofficial of 17:17. That looks like Isabella Ramos still going strong for second. Hopefully next year, well, there's the time right now. It's 17:35 unofficial. Hopefully next year, or potentially in the next races, the finishing chute can be a little larger, so that way these students can finish their race safely, and just in case any emergency responders need to come in, they'll be able to get to them fairly quickly. The crowd towards this finish line is encroaching on the safety of these runners. Like how I said, though, earlier, there was a battle for third, and finally we get to see what happens, or try to. Grace from Cathedral Catholic was able to get third, followed by Kelly, Nicole, and Sarah, all from Point Loma. That looked like Grace from University City. The man on the mic today is Javier Morales. Please like, subscribe to this channel and to this video, so that way you can see more San Diego section races. This looks like our top 10 here. Ava from Patrick Henry, Christine from Cathedral Catholic. Like I said, Javier Morales is here signing off on this race. Stay tuned for more.